welcome to the show. I'm Samantha Muzlakovich, and today in the studio we have Eileen McKenna. Eileen is a bus driver turned school bus instructor who's here today to give us some insight into the world of student transportation. Thank you for being here today, Eileen.
Thank you for having me.
So how did you get into this type of job field?
I originally became a school bus driver because I was married at the time and my husband wanted me to go back to work. I was not overly willing to go back to work because I had 2 children at home still. And there was an ad in the paper for a substitute bus driver. And I felt, well, I'll make him happy. I'll go back to work and I'll only be a substitute so I won't have to work every day. But in reality, I did end up working every day, but it all worked out in the end.
How did you go from being just a substitute bus driver to being the trainer of the transportation department you work for?
I had worked for 10 years as a school bus driver, and there was a job opening within the department, and I put in an application and got the job.
Did you have to get any extra certification to do this job? Because there's a lot more responsibilities.
Yes, I did. I had to, first of all, I had to have been a school bus driver for 3 years, and then I had to train under a state certified trainer for 1 year. And after the completion of that year, I had to go to a class for 2 weeks, a 40-hour class, and then I was able to get my certification, and every year now I have to recertify once a year.
Do you think that being a bus driver for 10 years helps you be a better trainer to new bus drivers?
Yes, I do. I feel that my experience as a bus driver helps me to identify with them a little bit better. And to be a little bit more sensitive to some of the issues that they may have as a driver, and therefore I think it makes me a better trainer.
What do you think you've done differently from the way you were trained?
One of the biggest differences in the way that I train compared to the way that I was trained, back when I was trained, they would train you to get your license and then just throw you in a bus with children. Now I do more cross-training where I'm able to ease the drivers into their role as a bus driver. We get them licensed and then we have them drive in a bus with another driver or a trainer to get them acclimated to the children on board while they're driving.
What are some of the things that you had to adapt to when you first got the promotion?
I used to work hand in hand with the other drivers, and now I was more in a authoritative role. And disciplining sometimes can be a little bit difficult.
What would be your favorite part of the job?
Seeing a driver come in or a trainee come in and go through the training program and get their license and get their position as a bus driver. It's very rewarding for me to see them succeed.
Is this the farthest that you plan to go in your career, or can you go beyond being a trainer?
I do plan on hopefully someday being the transportation coordinator for the town of Plainfield. If it all works out, that's what I would hope to do someday.
Well, Eileen, I'd like to thank you for coming on the show today. It was a pleasure having you. I would like to thank all of you at home who've tuned in. I'm Samantha Muzlakovich, and we'll see you next time.